too. For Jihan Abbas, it was the push of faith she needed to start an unconventional business of providing digital motor vehicle insurance. Gina Kirori brings us her journey in this week's Women and Power.
In Jihan Abbas's office, there is no air of authority when she walks in. But make no mistake about it, she is the boss.
It's right here.
At just 26 years old, she is the founder and CEO of the first digital insurance company in Kenya, which allows users to register and pay for their car insurance in just 2 minutes.
When I was about, I think, 22, 23, is when I started to read about the insurance penetration levels in Africa, after meeting with the waiter and him telling me that he doesn't have health insurance. So that really made me start to ask myself, in Kenya, for example, why are there 52 companies and less than 3% market penetration? So then I started to do some more research around that. And then that's how and why I decided to set up Griffin.
Her journey started in Nyali, Mombasa County, where her entrepreneurial spirit is rooted.
At that time, Mombasa was very small, very quiet. So I was in a very small school, but I think the main inspiration for my entrepreneurship is my dad. He's an entrepreneur as well. So seeing him in business, working and setting up his own businesses as well, made me think that that's something that I would like to do at one point in my life.
You see when you go to the dash.
This saw her go to the UK to further her studies, where her dream of being in the business environment came true.
Prior to setting up Griffin, I was working as a sugar trader in the City of London, and I traded on the New York and London markets. Being a trader obviously taught me a lot about taking risks, about being able to jump into situations without really being afraid. So that was one of the main lessons that I learned from that. It was a different environment because obviously I was working with mostly men, so it's a different kind of atmosphere there.
And then the entrepreneurial bug hit.
When I decided to quit my job in London, I called my dad first, and he thought I was crazy because at that point I was starting from scratch. But I was quitting a job in which it was a really good job, and I decided to set that aside in order to come and actually tackle this problem. But with time, he was able to understand.
The leap of faith also came in tow with
fear. I think that's something that you're bound to experience because it's taking a big risk. The team here is 15 people, or 14 people right now, and all these people rely on me. So obviously there's a fear on that, and there's also a fear that the market is not going to be responsive to what you're offering. I think the biggest problem is raising funding. As a woman, it's very difficult, and as an African woman, it's also very difficult. So both of those factors play a big role. A lot of the investors here that come into the space are mostly from outside Kenya, and they mostly invest in companies that are founded by foreigners as well. Straight to the office.
If she visited the waiter who kick-started the whole idea today, he would hardly believe how far she has come in revolutionizing the way that car insurance works in the country.
Explained all the limits.
Yeah.
In the future, she also hopes to branch into health insurance. It has been a long but interesting journey for the 26-year-old, whose colleagues describe as challenging convention.
That it's live.
Gina Kirori, NTV, reporting.